Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I am going to discuss how we can pivot data in SQL. So again, this is one of the important SQL question if you are applying for the SQL developer or if you are looking for the big data engineering job. So you may came across this question that how to do this. So it works differently for the different RDBMS. For SQL Server and Oracle, we have a direct function called pivot, so we can use that function to perform the pivot operation, or by using the case expression also. So case and when can be used together. Okay. Then for PostgreSQL, there is something called a filter. So meaning you can use this filter expression. Then in MySQL, we don't have any direct function, but yes, we can use the case expressions to pivot the data. Right. So case expression is common or it is applicable or it can be used across all the database to pivot the data. So now what does mean by pivoting? Okay, so how we can pivot in a different RDBMS is what discussed. But what is mean by pivoting? So let's say I have a query. Okay, so let me not write the query. Instead of this, I would like to bring and let me say select top. Okay, so here instead of okay, these many columns are there. Top you can remove to get all, but I have these many columns only. So let me uh, pick this. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to see a data like I don't want to use order date and all. Okay, so I would like to see a data, let's say by city and by consumer or by segment type. Okay, so what I can do is obviously we can perform the grouping operation. Everyone can say, so here again I will go and let me select this. Okay, so I'm just going to modify the existing select command. Here just column names are specified, so let me prefer let's keep the quantity and sales. Okay, then what we have decided to consider segment and city, so I don't need this. Okay, even region I don't need, postal code I don't need, state I don't need, this is fine. Then segment I would like to keep, and then customer related information, ship mode, delivery date, I am not interested. Right, so this is how I modified my statement here. So now order date even I don't need, segment, sales, city, and quantity. Right, so here let me say like this. So we are bringing segment, city, sales being the columns which we are going to use. Right, and here I can say sum of sales, then I can say sum of quantity. Right, and here obviously to execute this query what I need to do is I need to say group, then by, and let me say segment, group by, and then another column is city. So I'm going to group the data using these two columns. Right, here it. Okay, fine. So no new name we have decided. So let me use the alias as a sales, then quantity. I'm just using a shortcut or abbreviation for the quantity. Right. So we have sales and quantity by city and segment. But what I would like to do is I would like to create columns of these segments, and I would like to show the value, respective value in that specific column. So I can do that by using, so since this is a SQL server, I'm going to use the pivot function. But how to do that? Okay, let's say, let's not get confused. We, for multiple values, you are supposed to use the multiple pivot functions. Okay, so here this is how we have a table. So I can say I would like to pivot instead of or okay. So this is what my table. So I have to consider this table as a table for me. So what I will do, I will use the CTE with then new cells, or let me use the specific cells by segment, cells by seg ct. Okay, this is like this I would like to use. So then, so I'm just going to use the CTE common table expressions to consider this is as a another table. I'm just holding this data into the CTE, meaning the temporary table name, and then here I can query the data to see the output. Select star, because see, this will save the data in this table, but this table will get created at the time of execution of this CTE only. So here I am going to query the data. So we will get this below output as it is, right? So now I would like to perform the pivot. I don't have this table directly in my database, so I just created a CTE temporary table I defined. So now I would like to perform the pivot operation. So how we can do that, right? So immediately after the from statement, what you can do is you can use pivot function. You can start this. Okay, to, let's say, so here first of all what you want to do, sum of, then you can say the column name. Column name is, don't use the text format here. So you can simply enter the column name, right? So we have to take the sum of these cells by city, by city, for consumer, meaning for that specific field. Okay, so to do this we have to say for what, matlab you are going to perform the sum, but for what? So I will say for segment in. So we obviously we are going to define the list of segments here, so for which you would like to perform the calculation. Okay, for in. Okay, so here I supposed to use the round bracket, and then inside a square bracket you are supposed to specify the value of new columns, right? So I will say consumer. Okay, don't use again text format here. Segment is consumer, then corporate, and then I can say home office, right? So, and I would like to say this table, meaning I'm going to give the alias for this as a, let's say, pivoted, like this, right? So you just have to specify this. We don't need to query the data again. Okay, and now if I perform the transformation, you will be able to see that whatever the value was there in the segment column, now all those values are my headers of new column, are my headers of new column. And you will be able to view the data, you will be able to create the data by city, by consumer, sorry, by segment type. So this is nothing but pivoting, meaning here column values are converted as a header. So we can say that row to column level transformation we performed using the pivot. right? So same thing we can do with the help of case expression also. So if you want me to write the case expression, we can write the case expression. Okay, let's keep this everything as it is. With ct, I will copy, I will go down, and I will write the new query. So this is one the where we use the pivot. Here I'm going to use the case expression. So case expressions, obviously you can write inside the select command only, right? So I will say from this. Then again, here I would like to say city. Okay, city is the column we are going to use. Then next column. Okay, so next column, sum of, because case expression is going to return the value. What kind of value it is going to return, we will see. Okay, case, and we can say the when. Case is like when segment is equals to. So I have to say, okay, when I should use here. Okay, let me write in a capital. So I have a habit to write everything in capital in SQL. Okay. So case when segment is equals to segment is equals to, I can say consumer, right? Then it should return cells. Then cells. Okay, then cells else zero. Okay, else zero. This is what my case expression. So what it is going to give me, if the consumer is segment, then it will return the sales, and this column we will say now we are going to create a new column using the case expression. That is fine, but whatever the value returned by this case expression, I would like to take the sum of that. That's why I am using the sum function here. So I'm just saying sum of, because it is going to return a list of values, or we can say values as per the condition from a column. And then I would like to say end the case expression. And then let me say as then I will say consumer, right? Then my expression should be like this case. Fine. So this is what we have written. Again, you can put the comma, and you can use the same expression for the different values. So now let me say here is corporate. Now it is very easy because everything is done. So I will say corporate. Then home office. So let me say here home office. So we are going to create three new columns based on the condition. If the segment is matching, then and then only we are going to perform the summation. Otherwise, we will consider the value is zero, and then that value will be considered as a segment, right? So here, obviously, we are performing a sum operation here. So to complete this, what we need to do is we need to use the group by. So again, I will go and I will say group by city. Okay. So this should be your final expression using case statement to pivot the data. And now you can see that I am getting the data. Earlier, wherever we were getting the null value, now here we are seeing the zero value because we used else zero here. So instead of this, if I use null, you will be able to see null. But how null handles in the sum? Okay, it should be ignored. Then this is the CT and this is my expression. If I run this, so you will be able to see the same output here using the case expression. So this is how data in SQL can be pivoted. I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day. Happy learning. Please do not forget to subscribe WebChamp.